The soldiers advanced slowly, their boots crunching over dry earth, unaware of the storm waiting for them. She stood in the shadows of a crumbling warehouse, breathing evenly, every muscle coiled like a spring. "I warned you," she murmured to herself, a hint of a smile touching her lips. "I'm a Marine combat master." No one outside this moment could have guessed how lethal she truly was, or how disciplined. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who is listening. The sun was barely a sliver over the horizon, painting the sky with cold, pale light. Dust swirled around her boots, caught in the morning glow, as if the world itself were holding its breath. Her mind replayed the training, the endless drills, the nights spent in unrelenting discipline. She had been forged in fire and water, taught to trust instincts that most people doubted. And now, every lesson mattered. Each soldier approached with confidence, unaware of her history, unaware of the precision hidden in her calm. She observed them, noting their formation, the way they moved as a unit, the slight hesitation in their eyes, hesitation born of overconfidence. She could have struck from 100 angles, every move a calculated answer to their every advance. Her hands felt the weight of the rifle, its cold metal grounding her. She felt a flicker of something else, doubt, fleeting and human. Could she truly hold them off alone? Could she face the consequences if she made a misstep? The answer came in the rhythm of her breath. She could, she would, she had no other choice. Time slowed as she calculated, repositioned, and observed. The first soldier broke from the line, his curiosity piqued, his overconfidence a silent invitation. She waited, letting him draw closer, then struck with decisive speed. In an instant, he was down, silent, leaving a ripple of shock through the rest. The others froze, uncertain, murmurs of alarm carried on the breeze. Their hesitation was her advantage. The warehouse became a battlefield of shadows and instinct. Every step she took was mirrored in thought, every breath measured, every heartbeat a drum of impending action. Dust hung in shafts of light, swirling around her like ghosts of the past, reminders of missions won and lost. She remembered her first combat, the fear that had threatened to overwhelm her, how she had chosen focus instead of panic. That choice had carried her this far. Another soldier moved too quickly, underestimating the quiet intensity that radiated from her.
Oh, she intercepted him.
Not out of anger, but necessity. Every encounter tested her skill and morality. Could she end him without hesitation, without regret? The answer was buried in the duty she carried. Protect the innocent, neutralize the threat, survive to fight another day. Minutes stretched, then shattered into chaos as the soldiers realized the truth. This was no ordinary Marine. Her reputation, unspoken, had preceded her in whispers only she knew existed. She was precise, fast, and unyielding, a master of combat born from relentless dedication. The tide of battle shifted as she anticipated their moves, always one step ahead. Her body and mind synchronized in a dance older than any of them could comprehend. Her moral compass wrestled with the moment. She had trained for this, yes, but could she justify taking lives even in defense? She felt the weight of each decision, the humanity of every opponent, the fragility of life itself. And yet she moved forward, compelled by purpose, by the instinct to protect, by the necessity of survival. The climax arrived as the soldiers attempted a coordinated push, moving like a tide of steel and determination. She met them with calculated resistance, intercepting, redirecting, and dismantling their formation piece by piece. Every strike, every block, every maneuver was poetry in motion, a deadly choreography born of skill and experience. The final soldier hesitated, sensing the legend that stalked them, the quiet inevitability of defeat. And in that hesitation, the moment of truth arrived. By the time the sun rose fully, painting the world in gold and warmth, the soldiers had withdrawn, leaving her standing alone. Her uniform was streaked with dust and sweat, her body tired yet alert. Silence enveloped the battlefield, but it was not empty. The air itself seemed to recognize the weight of what had transpired, the triumph, the tension, the undeniable proof of mastery. She allowed herself a moment to breathe, to feel the satisfaction of survival and the moral clarity of purpose fulfilled. The world around her was waking, oblivious to the legend that had moved silently among them. And in that stillness, she understood a simple truth. Courage is not performed for applause. It exists in the unseen, the unrecognized, the moments when choice meets necessity. Bold truth. Strength isn't about showing off. It's about standing firm when no one is watching. As she walked away from the warehouse, the morning light stretching across the horizon, she felt the quiet weight of her journey. Every battle, every lesson, every fear confronted and overcome had led to this moment. And though the world might never know the magnitude of her actions, she knew that was enough. Because courage doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more stories of extraordinary courage, precision, and the quiet power that changes everything.